Good morning, good morning, good morning. How is it going? How y'all doing? My name's Brian, and I'm a poet, and I'm assuming that's why you guys are here. Well, that's why I'm here. You can see me. Really? There we are. Trying to connect to more than one thing at once. I should have learned by now with this computer. So, good morning. How is it going? How are you doing? I'm doing okay. It's Tuesday. I really don't have a show planned because I'm going to try to present to you my presentation. Yes, that presentation I had to do for my history class. Well, one of my history classes is done. So I'm going to show it to you here in a minute. But in the meantime, we got to actually to get ourselves primed. Here we go.
so well. As where heaven its dew shall shed on the martyred patriot's bed, and the rocks shall raise their head of his deeds to tell.
I just love that one. All right. Now, I am going to try to share my PowerPoint with you guys that I made from that song. It all goes to that song, this channel, you guys out there. That's where this all started. See if this works. All right, here we go. Here is my PowerPoint. It's my PowerPoint. See if I can do a slideshow here. See if it'll let me. Yeah. All right. It's working. Called. I don't want that. I don't want that. All right. I don't need anything extra hampering me. All right. So, yes. My PowerPoint is called. There I am. A poem, the History Channel, and a painting. Not this painting. The life and death of Major General Joseph Warren, who's the subject of Warren's address, the track we just heard. All right. Here is the text of the poem. Stand the ground you're on my brace. Well, let me go back. No, I don't want that. Ush. Oh. All right. Got to figure it out. So, this guy here that you see right here is this artist rendering of Joseph Warren. He sort of looked like that at the battle. So, yes, Major General Joseph Warren. He was actually a doctor. This is the John Pierpont poem, which was written about him in the 1860s, which we took that track from. Then, this is where I kind of ran into the guy originally, sort of. The Battle of Bunker Hill, June 17th, 1775, as portrayed in the miniseries Sons of Liberty from the History Channel. And this guy you're looking at there is the big bad General Gage, the British General Gage. And one of the things I liked about the way they use the character, not his character, well, his character too, because this guy who plays him is just delicious. He just plays villains, just deliciously playing villains. I forgot his name. But Joseph Warren's character actually had to get some context on the scene. Joseph Warren's character, they had him in a clandestine affair with Lady Gage, who it was rumored, although I think historians these days really don't put much stock, I don't know, into her having sympathies with the Patriots, with the provincials, because she was an American who'd married a British general. So
I warned you our losses would be severe. Be patient, General. You'll have your victory.
I hit the wrong button.
I warned you our losses would be severe. Be patient, General. You'll have your victory.
See that guy there? That guy there is our hero, Joseph Warren.
We need to get out of here!
And of course, the rival sees the hero.
Advance with me! Advance!
Mutilate the body.
Well, just how accurate is that? Then we got this. The death of Major General Joseph Warren at the Battle of Bunker Hill, June 17th, 1775. This is a guy named Turnbull. He's a very famous painter at the in the late 1700s, and this right here is actually the character Joseph Warren, and you don't see no General Gage in it. This guy here is a general. He is a General Trimble, who was actually a pretty popular fella. He died, but what? So what's real? Is it this? Is it, what really happened? Who is this guy? Why was he so important? Well, that's my main inquiry. How I learned about Joseph Warren. We just went over how I learned about him through poetry, media, and school. And then in my paper, right, I give a brief overview of his life, where he was from. He was from Roxbury, Massachusetts, the son of apple farmers. And his early education, he went to Roxbury Latin at the age of 10. At the age of 14, he was admitted to Harvard. Yeah, they let you in at Harvard at 14 in the mid 1700s, and then he became publicly known. Well, he graduated from Harvard at the age of 18. Then by the time he was 21, he was actually practicing doctor. Because he got because back then they did it like an apprenticeship, and he did the apprenticeship under one of the more famous ones. I forgot the name of the guy right quick off the top of my head. And then he became publicly known when he spearheaded the fight against a smallpox. They called it the smallpox siege of Boston in 1764. So that's when he became well known. So for the last decade of his life, between 1765 and 1775, he was really active in the Patriot Whig cause, the Patriot Whig movement, the independence movement. At one point, he was the one who brought it back when he did this oration commemorating the commemorating the second anniversary of the Boston Massacre. So how did he die on Bunker Hill? What happened to his body? Well, they sort of got it right in the History Channel, that clip. He was shot in the head while distracted, helping his men escape, because he was in the thick of the fighting. They gave him a major generalship in order to keep him from fighting. He said, no, I'm going to go fight. So what are some of my initial conclusions, right? Some of my initial conclusions are, if this guy hadn't been around, we wouldn't have an America. He was, that's my sources. He was Samuel Adams's, and y'all know who Sam Adams is, from the beer, and he was Sam Adams's right-hand man. Some historians think of him as his protege, but no, he was like, if it wasn't for Warren, the revolution wouldn't have happened. So here's some of my primary and secondary sources. I based my paper, all 20 pages, largely on these two books: Founding Martyr by Christian Despigna and Dr. Joseph Warren by Samuel Foreman. Like I said, historians often see this as some historical observations and questions. Historians often see Warren as a secondary character, underling and protege of Sam Adams, and the initial martyr to the patriot cause. Because I originally got into this, because he was really popular, and that poem, and there was a lot of stuff written about him and everything, and but then he just disappeared. So these are some other questions. How was he lost? Why was he lost? And why don't we hear more about his importance to the American Revolution? All right, so my strengths and weaknesses are well, the weight of primary sources. That's kind of a strength and a weakness. The weight of the primary sources. When I did my initial research, it's just all this stuff. I'm like, there's all kinds of stuff to sift through and everything. Like I said here, Despigna's book, it was over 300 pages. Almost 100 pages of it was notes and sources. And the same way with freaking Foreman's book. He's had a 400-page book. And so what are some other weaknesses? A lack of serious scholarship on this guy over the last 150 years. And I hate to say it, my own weakness in this is the scope of the story. I wanted it to be, what took me a while to figure out, or it took me a little while for it to tell me exactly what to do. So there's a part 2 coming. I'm going to write my bachelor's thesis on this guy, and y'all will hear all about it as I'm going through it. All right, let's. Oh, cool. Now, sharing. There. All right. Since I've wasted 20 minutes. Yes. So enough of the boring stuff. That's just about as bad as a bunch of the guys in the class did on there. So I don't feel too bad. Yeah, well, I finished that thing together. I finished that thing at 1 o'clock in the morning. I started on it yesterday, I think, a little bit. And I'm like, oh, no. And I was like, I didn't want to do a template because nothing seemed right. And I went to Canva and I looked for templates and nothing seemed right. So I made it up myself. All right, let's play some music. All right, so I got to go over that one again. I'll tell you that. All right, let's just play this one.
Ain't got nobody to share my bed. Ain't got nobody to hold my hand. Truth of the matter is I ain't got no man. Big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. She answered, babe, what must I do? Your money too. He said share your bed and your money too. Big boy opened his mouth and said, trouble with you is you ain't got no head. If you had a head and used your mind, you could have me with you all the time. He said share your bed and your money too. Hey, yeah. He said share your bed and your money too.
That was a palate cleanser. Of course, there are a few women in my life that at one point I wish I would have said something like that. Not about the money, but other things. Oh, I better stop before I get myself in trouble. Yeah, that one will get in the foot clapping or tapping, along with this one.
Suddenly break the branch or hope to find the white heart over the white well. Glance aside, not for lamps, do not spell old enchantment. and sleep. Gently dip, but not too deep. Lift your eyes where the roads dip and where the roads rise. Seek only there where the gray light meets the green air. The hermit's chapel, the pilgrim's prayer.
Well, see, I'm a nice guy, right? And there's this thing about nice guys. We like to be nice. And the reason that I'm not that experienced. I've had 4 relationships significant, in my life. Well, the first one was an affair, so I'll call that about half. So 3.5. And none of the reasons we had why I'm not with him had anything to do with what happened in the bedroom. Yeah, and I'll just leave that one at that. Yes, poor kitty. Oh, well. Yep, definitely the reason I'm not with my ex had nothing to do with practical stuff. You know what I mean? Oh, all right. You want toe tapping? Let me find it here. Let me find toe tapping.
Thus the main glideth where my love abideth, sleeps no softer. It proceeds on through lawns, on through meads, on and onward befall, meandering and musical, though the hugged pasturage bears not on a shaven ledge aught but weeds and waving grasses, to view the river as it passes, save here and there a scanty patch of primroses, too faint to catch a weary bee, and scarce it pushes its gentle way through strangling rushes, where the glossy kingfisher flutters when noon heats are near, glad the shelving banks to shun, red and steaming in the sun. Where the shrew mouse with pale throat burrows and the speckled stoat, where the some lazy stork that springs, trailing it with legs and wings, whom the shy fox from the hill rouses creepy near so still. Seems to breathe the brownest air, not disturbs its quiet way. Save some lazy stork that springs, trailing it with legs and wings, whom the shy fox from the hill ruses creepy ne'er so still.
Let's keep it going.
What words we had, we wielded, kneeled, we knelt and wept. We wrung the wet, the sweat. We racked our lips, we rang for words to ward off sleep, to warn ourselves to warn. The earth we mounted wound our vows until it fit and fits the earth we mounted. Rouse and rock, we harp, we yawned and tried to yarp and tried to fix the fix. We facted, felt, we fact and fan-fed, anthem, hammered, felt. The words were stagnate, snapping half in heat. The wane, the melt, what words we'd hoarded, halved in a holy porous. Meanwhile, tide still tide, and we still wash for sounds to mark and mar. Still wash for sounds to mark and mar. What words we had to help, what words we had. We wielded, kneeled, we knelt and wept. We wrung the wet, the sweat. We racked our lips, we rang for words to ward off sleep, to warn ourselves to warn. The earth we mounded wound our vows until it fit and fits the earth we mounded. Roused and rocked, we harped beyond and tried to yarb and tried to fix a fix. We facted, felt, we fact and fan-fed anthems, hammered, felt. The words were stagnate, snapping half in heat. The wane, the melt, what words we'd hoarded, halved and
Yes, while you were up there in the Great White North in your art supply Horderland, I entered a funk phase. And it all started with a poem about a pig. Yeah, a poem about a pig. The Poor Man's Pig by Edmund Blunden.
Already fallen plum bloom stars the green apple boughs, and apple boughs is not as old toads back. Ooh. Where there's small roses there a rose is seen. The building thrush watches old job who stacks. Ooh. The bright peeled roses on the sunny fence. The pencil grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the bold and scamper then, but her ring snout still keeps her to the start. He lets her run away, she snorts in bundling gallop for the cottage door, with hungry hubbub begging crusts and orts. Then like the whirlwind bumping round once more, nuzzle in the dog, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done. Stars the green apple boughs, and apple boughs is not as old toads back. Ooh. Where there's small roses there a rose is seen. The building thrush watches old job who stacks. Ooh. The bright peeled roses on the sunny fence. The pencil grunts to hear him stumping by, and tries to push the boat and scamper then, but her ring snout still keeps her to the start. Then out lets her run away, she snorts in bundling gallop for the cottage door, with hungry hubbub begging crusts and orts. Then like the whirlwind bumping round once more, nuzzle in the dog, making the pullets run, and sulky as a child when her play's done.
I love that one. You gotta see me when I'm playing it around. You know, no one's around except the dogs. I'm doing the air bass, and the puppies are looking at me like, "Daddy, you're stupid." No. Oh, so that's some experimenting I've been doing, and then I'm gonna go ahead and play this one. I played the one version of it yesterday, so I'm gonna play the second version of it today. This is Santana Latin inspired one called The Voice by Theodore Rothke. This is a Latin rock jazz fusion.
One feather is a bird I claim, one tree a wood. In a low voice I heard more than a mortal should, and so I stood apart hidden in my own heart. And yet I roamed out where those notes went like the bird whose thin song hung in air, diminished yet still heard. I lived with open sound, aloft and on the ground. That ghost was my own choice, the shy cerulean bird. It sang with her true voice, and it was I who heard a slight voice reply. I heard and only I. Desire exalts the ear, bird, girl, and ghostly tree. The earth, the solid air, their slow song sang in me. The long noon pulsed away like any summer day. Cerulean bird, it sang with her true voice, and it was I who heard a slight voice reply. I heard and only I. Desire exalts the ear, bird, girl, and ghostly tree. The earth, the solid air, their slow song sang in me. The long noon pulsed away like any summer day.
Well, we're all a bit off here. At least I'm a bit off my rocker sometimes. Yes. And I guess you got an email. And yes, it's totally understandable. Doesn't mean we don't love you still. And you know, I'm glad you're around. I'll just leave it at that. Yes. Let's see here. Yeah, I get that look. Like, what the hell are you doing, Dad? Yeah, I could see that from Jasper. All right, my friends. Let's see here. Oh, I forgot to ask this earlier. We lost another one. We're down to 457. Wow. So please like and subscribe. Please like me. Please like me. Please love me. Please tell your friends. Oh, you hear that, YouTube? I'm begging. More important. Oh, begging for subs. Yeah, that. Oh, it's too early in the morning. Yeah, and I've been up too long. Oh, yeah, I was like, I went to bed. Me and my old man self. I went to bed like 6 last night. Or yeah, something like that. And then I was up at 10:30. And then working until like 1:30 in the morning on my PowerPoint that I showed earlier. So yeah. Yeah. They also taste good. Oh, Yeah, that's what my ex-brother-in-law, that's what he called the pig, God's tastiest animal. He had a whole story for it and everything too. All right, where? Oh, let me look at this. Where did I put it? Let's play this one.
I like my body when it is with your body. It is so quite new a thing. Muscles better and nerves more. I like your nerves, get small. I like your body. I like what it does. I like its house. I like to feel the spine of your body and its bones and the trembling smoothness in which I will again and again and again kiss. I like kissing this and that of you. I like slowly stroking the shocking fuzz of your electric fur. And what is it comes over parting flesh and eyes, big love crumbs. And possibly I like the thrill of under me you so quite new. I like my body when it is with your body. It is so quite new a thing. Muscles better and nerves more. I like what it does. I like its house. I like to feel the spine of your body and its bones and the trembling in which I will again and again and again kiss. I like kissing this and that of you. I like slowly stroking the shocking fuzz of your electric fur. And what is it comes over parting flesh and eyes, big love crumbs. And possibly I like the thrill of under me you so quite new.
Oh,
Drum on your drums, batter on your banjos. Sob on the long, cool, winding saxophone. Go to it, oh Jasmine.
Sling your knuckles on the bottoms of the happy tin pans. Let your trombones ooze and go husha. Husha, hush with the slippery sandpaper.
Moan like an autumn wind high in the lonesome treetops. Moan soft like you wanted somebody terrible. Cry like a racing racing car slipping away from a motorcycle cop. Bang, bang.
You jazzmen bang all together drunk.
Traps, banjos, horns, tin cans make two people fight on the top of a stairway and scratch each other's eyes in a clinch, tumbling down the stairs. Can the rough stuff now a Mississippi steamboat pushes up the Nider River with a hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Lanterns calling to the high soft stars. A red moon rides on the humps of the low river hills. Go to it, oh jazzman.
This level reach of blue is not my sea. Here are sweet waters pretty in the sun, whose quiet ripples meet obediently. A marked and measured line, one after one. This is no sea of mine that humbly lays untraveled sand spread glittering and warm. I have a need of wilder cruel ways. They sicken of the calm who knew the storm. So let our love beat over me again, losing its million desperate breakers wide, sudden and terrible to rise and wane, roaring the hills upon a reckless tide that casts upon the heart as it recedes splinters and spars and dripping salty weed. This level reach of blue is not my sea. Here are sweet waters pretty in the sun, whose quiet ripples meet obediently. A marked and measured line, one after one. This is no sea of mine that humbly leaves untraveled sand spread glittering and warm. I have a need of
Yeah. Let's hope they get better for the planet's sake. I'm assuming you're talking about the E.E. Cummings one, so you're all right. This is how I do it. I'm a bachelor and I eat a lot of sandwiches, so I'll have a plate, or I'll just got my countertop and I take a paper towel, lay it down, lay my bread on there, and I just eat it right there. Of course, after making the sandwich. Yeah, it makes cleanup a lot easier. You just whoop, and if you make a mess, you can just take your plate and just wipe it up. Let's be practical now, because I know plastic is necessary for modern life, but there's things like hemp and other things that they can make that stuff out of. That's better for the environment. It's just they can't control it. Don't they realize that most people are lazy? They don't want to go out there and grow that stuff. And so yeah. Ugh, I know I am. Yes, definitely. Pretty much. I do have a metal one that for my Yeti that I don't use. Yeah. Hence the paper towel. Yeah. You're not going to get any disagreement around here. I even write poems about it, sort of. All right, let's what we got here? Let's play. Let's do a little blues. Y'all like I think she wrote Wuthering Heights. Emily Jane Bronte. We love her around here because I found Wuthering Heights boring. But her poetry is just freaking awesome. This is Wuthering Heights. Well, Emily Jane Bronte meets Stevie Ray Vaughan, the lady to her guitar.
Has ceased to care, then why dost thou such feelings bring to my sad spirit, oh guitar? It is as if the warm sunlight in some deep glen should lingering stay when clouds of storm or shades of night have wrapped the parent orb away. then why dost thou such feelings bring to my sad spirit, old guitar? It is as if the warm sunlight in some deep glen shall lingering stay, when clouds of storm or shades of night have wrapped the parent orb away.
I don't know which one you're talking about. Okay. Yeah, you do live close to the North Pole. And negative 12C, that would be like mid-20s here, something like that. It's all confusing. I can get the time zones right, but I can't get the conversion from Fahrenheit to Celsius down. Oh! Yeah. We Americans, we can be very reactionary. That keeps us docile. Well, that keeps us controllable because we're distracted. Ugh. I love being an American. I love my country. I served it for not as long as I wanted to. Yeah, I'm sad. The existential sheesh. Yes, and being a history major and the classes I've been taking, and yeah, it's just, yeah. So, here's a song about peace.
This is the field where the battle did not happen, where the unknown soldier did not die. This is the field where grass joined hands, where no monument stands, and the only heroic thing is the sky. Birds fly here without any sound, unfolding their wings across the open. No people killed or were killed on this ground, hallowed by neglect and an air so tame that people celebrate it by forgetting its name. This is the field where the battle did not happen, where the unknown soldier did not die. This is the field where grass join hands, where no monument stands, and the only heroic thing is the sky. Birds fly here without any sound, unfolding their wings across the open. No people killed or were killed on this ground, hallowed by neglect and an air so tame that people celebrate it by forgetting its name.
Yeah, it's all connected. How can it not be when the Vikings would come through, it just screw shit up periodically. Oh, and then they'd stick around. So, Maya, in a way, you've chosen the next track. I just got to get to it. All right, my Celts. Here you go. This is for you guys, for you who are Celtic and Celtic at heart. A private.
This planet in battle slept out of doors many a frozen night, and merrily answered staid drinkers, good bedmen and all boors, at Mrs. Greenland's hawthorn bush. Said he, I slept, none knew which bush above the town. Beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. This ploughman dead in battle slept out of doors many a frozen night, and merrily answered staid drinkers, good bedmen and all boors, at Mrs. Greenland's hawthorn bush. Said he, I slept, none knew which bush above the town. Beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. I slept, none knew which bush above the town. Beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps. I slept, none knew which bush above the town. Beyond the drover, 100 spot the down. In Wiltshire, and where now at last he sleeps, more sound in France that to his secret keeps.
Doesn't that one just get you right there? Ugh. Makes me want to go drinking and then screw shit up. Let's go, a Viking! Oh. Luckily, I have a greater control of myself than that. All right, let's play. Where is it? Oh. No, it's not that one. I can't take myself anywhere now, can I? Oh. Where was that? No. Nope, not there. Oh, I think I know where I was. Was I here? Here it is.
My tears are like the quiet drift of petals from some magic rose, and all my grief flows from the rift of unremembered skies and snows. I think that if I touch the earth, it would crumble. It is so sad and beautiful, so tremulously, like a dream. My tears are like the quiet drift of petals from some magic rose, and all my grief flows from the rift of unremembered skies and snows. That if I touch the earth, it would crumble. It is so sad and beautiful, so tremulously, like a bend double
like old beggars under sacks. Knock-kneed, coughing like hags, we cursed through sludge, till on the haunting flares we turned our backs, and towards our distant rest began to trudge. Men marched asleep, many had lost their boots, but limped on, bloodshot, all went lame, all blind, drunk with fatigue, deaf even to the hoots of gas shells dropping softly behind. Gas, gas, quick boys, an ecstasy of fumbling, fitting the clumsy helmets just in time. But someone still was yelling out and stumbling and floundering like a man in fire or light. Dim through the misty panes and thick green light, as under a green sea I saw him drowning. In all my dreams before my helpless sight, he plunges at me, guttering, choking, drowning. If in some smothering dreams you two could pace, behind the wagon that we flung him in, and watch the white eyes writhing in his face, his hanging face, like a devil sick of sin. If you could hear at every jolt the blood come gargling from the froth-corrupted lungs, obscene as cancer, bitter as the cut of vile incurable sores on innocent tongues. My friend, you would not tell with such high zest, two children ardent for some desperate glory. The old light, dulce et decorum est, pro patria mori.
Well, how's it going, Netmaster? How's it going, kiddo? If you go back all the way to the beginning, you'll see my presentation that I've been working on, that I worked on last night for my class. I subjected y'all guys to it before I started the music. So, so you can fast forward about 20, but let me know what you think. Same goes to you, shipmate. How is it going? How you doing, my friend? So, yeah. See, it's almost 8 a.m. here, and I have an appointment at I gotta go see my I gotta go see my therapist at 9 o'clock. So yeah. So I can play a few more. Let's see here. I wanted to play this one the other day for Janelle. So I'm gonna play it today. The only reason I didn't play it the other day is because I couldn't find it. So I went ahead and downloaded it again later. She Walks in Beauty, Lord Byron.
She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denied. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tread, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place.
Oh, so No thanks necessary. How's it going this morning, Antics? Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I'm about 10, 15 more minutes, and then I have to go talk to the therapist. You went to Oklahoma. Yeah, that's where your son is. I'm glad your trip went well, and I am jealous you got a tattoo. I want to get a tattoo. If I make 4 A's this semester, I'll get a tattoo. Of what? I don't know. So that means I got to finish this essay for the class that I've my online class, the Intro to African American History. Right now I have like an 89.1-ish, right around in there, between 88.8 and 89.1, right around in there. So I got an essay to do and all that, the discussion essay to do, and then the final. And yeah, if I ace everything, I could get an 89 point. I did the calculations like an 89.6, 89.7, right around in there. So if I make 4 A's, which is a good possibility, I'll get me a tattoo. I can justify spending the money then. Thank you, shipmate, for getting ready for work. Yes, yeah. All right, so I want to play this. This is one of the things I wrote over this past semester for my poetry class. It was actually the first thing I turned in as a joke. And he actually liked it. And I cool. Just as long as you didn't get it on your forehead. I have a Pegasus right here that needs to be redone. And the Pegasus is the Greek symbol for the bard poet. I didn't realize that when I got it that first time. That was my first tattoo. I didn't realize that that's what it was. I found out later. You know. Hey, Power. Yeah, well, I can't find a regular artist, let alone a tattoo artist. Oh, yeah. All right. This is something that I wrote over the semester. I read it the other day when me and Pizza and Indigo did our little thing. It's called A Prayer for a Poem. And I remember where I put it. There it is. I just had all kinds of internet jokes. Yeah. All right. This is called A Prayer for a Poem. It's like funky, I think. Oh, boy.
I could write a poem today that I could turn in for the assignment, a poem that Perhaps will and perhaps I will not. A poem that I'll be remembered by, even if the rest of me gets forgot. I wish I could write a poem, and yes, I will when one pops up in my head. A poem that I'm sure you can guess will say exactly what it is that I said.
Yeah, I watched that on your little video you put out about Laura and Dan reacted. That's hilarious. Oh my god, I love Dan. I love Dan Walks LA. He's like, I don't know what it is about the guy. He just makes me laugh. He's a walking cartoon in the best ways possible. Yeah, walking Looney Tune. Oh, let's see here. That's me. I just like to find someone who's, who'd stick around, has a pulse and can hold a decent conversation. uh, that would be a good reason to make cookies. Yeah. Yeah, when I eventually make my way out there, he's one of the him and Laura is one of the ones that I just want to meet all y'all guys, whether y'all like each other or not. I'll see one person, another person, because yeah, because there's one thing seeing each other, and yeah, because I call this quasi-social. It's that, but everything I've heard about the meetings people have had and all that stuff, it's like that initial breaking those barriers is already been done, because we've interacted with each other for years. I've been in this community for 3 years. How has it been that long? I've had my YouTube channel coming on the 16th. It will be 3 years, which I'll probably be doing a little thing. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm glad you like it. I'm like, I made that. I did that one. Oh. Yeah. Because but remember, I like to remember, I'm a cynical person when it comes to life. Sometimes you gotta remember, everybody sits to go number 2. That's where we got 3 things in common. We're born, we die, and we gotta sit the crap. Everything else is just relative. Well, yes, I'm a hugger too. Yep, like a good hug. And that's all I'm going to go. It's still early in the morning. Oh Lord. All right, one more. All right, one more. Bookends. Let's do this one. Bookends. Here we go.
Bake the day she suddenly dropped dead. We chew it slowly, that last apple pie. Shocked into sleeplessness, you're scared of bed. We never could talk much, and now don't try. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books. You're like bookends, the pair of you, she'd say. Hog that grate, say nothing, sit, sleep, stare. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. The scholar me, you worn out on poor pay. Only our silence made us seem a pair. Not as good for staring in blue gas. Too regular each but each yellow spike. At night you need my company to pass, and she not here to tell us we're alike. Your life's all shattered into smithereens. Back in our silences and sullen looks. For all the scotch we drink, what's still betweens? Not the 30 or so years, but books, books, books.
All right, I'm gonna play one more. But yeah, I warn you, I'm a pretty big guy, even when I'm not 30 pounds overweight. So I give big bear hugs. I just can't help it. Where? Yep. Miriam seems like a hugger. Oh. That's understandable. All right, one more. I want to play one more. How are we going to play this out? So, in the meantime, let me here. Remember, y'all have that awesome day out there today. Yep. Yeah. I'll make it in time. Yeah, my appointment ain't till 9, and it's about a 20-minute drive, and I have 8:11, so we've got what time for? One more. But had that awesome day. All right, Jazz. Thank you for sticking around. I hope y'all enjoyed the PowerPoint this morning. That I don't know if that's going to count for my the assignment. I don't know. Haven't figured that one out yet, but y'all remember everything we do here. If it's not mine, it's under fair use and stuff. And yeah. So what do we got here? What am I going to play? Last one. What do I want to send off? Yeah, here. Oh, here. An epic one. Fairyland 4. William Shakespeare.
Where the bee sucks their side, in a cowslip's bell I lie. There I couch when owls do
the bat's back, I do fly. After summer merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now under the blossom that hangs on the bough. Where the bee sucks, there suck I. In a cowslip's bell I lie. There I couch when owls do cry. On the bat's back I do fly. After summer merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now under the blossom that hangs on the
We will have to That's interesting. We'll have to talk more about this whiskeys thing later because, I got Bushmills White Label or the regular Bushmills in my freezer, which Sophia got really mad at me for having my whiskey in my freezer. It was funny. But yeah, my favorite is Bushmills Red Label. I need to get a bottle of that. Or I might instead of a tattoo, I might treat myself to a really expensive bottle and see how that goes. Because, I really don't drink scotch because the only time I can drink scotch is when it's really expensive with the right cigar, and I don't do that anymore. So maybe the right joint. We'll figure that out. In the meantime, my friends, thank you very much for spending a little bit of your time today. Yes, Red Label. Red Label. It's here. It's about $30 a bottle. So maybe a little. Yeah, Red Label. It's some good stuff. It's worth the money. Of course, I keep that in my freezer too. I don't like it on the rocks because sometimes it gets watered down. And yeah. All right. Enough of the whiskey talk. Thank you guys for sticking around. Thank you for putting up with my PowerPoint for this morning and stuff like that. And in the meantime, y'all have a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you guys might be floating around in the relativity. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll probably have a regular show because I've got one I didn't play yesterday. Yeah, we will figure it out, and I will let y'all know when we do. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye. Ugh.